And we're back with another edition of Blood Feud Radio. Welcome back, Rhys. What's going on?
What's going on, dude? Royal Rumble season, still excited, still hyped, still ready for this Saturday. How about you, man?
Oh, this is honestly like my second favorite. I want to say it's my favorite. I love this pay-per-view, this PLE. This event is, in my opinion, a better event than WrestleMania.
I agree. Yeah, because even a bad Rumble is like better than probably the worst WrestleMania.
Yeah, I would watch the worst Royal Rumble ever before I'll watch WrestleMania 9.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. Yeah, I would do the same.
So this week's episode, for those of you who are going to be tuning in later or are tuning in right now, we have two things we're going to do. We're going to do Sports Illustrated's top 25 Royal Rumble winners of all time, according to according to Sports Illustrated. So that's what we're going to lead on with, and then at the end of the show, Rhys and I will make our predictions. Maybe throw in who we want to see win, but who we think is going to win. And then we'll close the show like we normally do by telling someone that they can go. They're fired. So, you know, I just like to outline the show before we get started for everyone. So let's get started on this list. Top 25 Royal Rumble winners of all times, and I'm scrolling through the first 10. And there's it looks like they're going to include women. They're going to include women on this list.
Well, that's good. I mean, for the record as well on this list, is that it was going to be the top 35, but we thought we'd skim the top 10 just because, I mean, we all know probably what the worst are going to be. And also, there's probably going to be some people in there that won the Royal Rumble before it was worth anything. So,
number 25. The winner of the 1994 Rumble, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Wow. Okay. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised about this. I mean, unless the number 26 was like Lex Luger or something, then I mean, like I get why Bret Hart
was Lex. Number 26 was Lex.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, because if Bret's 25, then Lex has to be a little bit above him because he actually went on to WrestleMania 10 and didn't win anything. At least Bret won the championship. So, I mean, yeah, I understand why they put him here. It was a pretty dud of a Rumble, but actually, what went on at WrestleMania 10 was worth it because that rematch between Bret and Yoko was pretty good.
Next up, we have 24. The 2020 women's winner Charlotte Flair comes in at 24.
It honestly surprises me that this is so high up on the list because, I mean, I prefer the 2025 Rumble that she won last year. I thought that was a fantastic Rumble. To be honest with you, I think the match that she went on to have a WrestleMania against Tiffany Stratton was better. I didn't really think anything of the 2020 Royal Rumble in terms of Charlotte Flair. I just thought it was a bit of a nothing match. I mean, she went on to WrestleMania 36, defeated Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's Championship in what was a good match, but in my eyes, probably the wrong decision.
Yeah, that was the first thing that popped in my head. Be like, this didn't even result in a women's WWE Championship match. It resulted in an NXT Women's Championship match. To me, that I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it was brave for WWE to do something that they've never done before, and I don't think they've ever done again. So,
No.
You know.
Number 23, the 2019 edition, Seth Rollins winning the Rumble is at 23.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I think this match deserves a little bit more credit. To be honest with you, it was a decent Rumble. The right person that year won, in my opinion. Either should have been him or Samoa Joe, and it was Seth Rollins that won that year. Went on to defeat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 35 in what is the God's honest truth got to be the longest WrestleMania of all time, and that was the opening match. And then 5 days later, WrestleMania 35 ended. I swear to God, dude. Like, obviously, because the time starts at 1 a.m. near me, it honestly felt like a lifetime from when Seth Rollins won the Universal title till when Becky Lynch won the double championship. Like, it felt like a lifetime. But in terms of Seth Rollins, like I say, this was a good Royal Rumble. In my opinion, I'd put this a little bit higher on the list. This should probably be in my top 15, but, it is what it is.
At number 22, this one hurts me just a little bit. Just a little bit. And I'm going to catch heat from this. They put 22 Hulk Hogan 1990 and 91. It's the same. Like, they put that winner, the back-to-back winner, got the number 22. The first ever back-to-back winner, I might add.
It certainly was the first back-to-back winner. I'm surprised that they've put him in 2 Royal Rumbles for 2 spots, but I prefer the 1990 Rumble. Was that the one where they had the stare down with Warrior? I think that was 1990, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was definitely the better Rumble. The 1991 one was it was okay, I suppose. Honestly, I wouldn't really put Hulk Hogan in this top 25. I know you probably disagree with me on that. He won it when it was a time where Hogan must win everything, Hogan must pose, and also the Rumble at the time wasn't really worth anything. It was just a cool grand spectacle. So, I feel like a couple of things should probably go above this, but that's just me.
Well, the only reason I would put him in the top 15, I would put him in the top 15, just because he was the first person to win back to back. Like, he was the first person to win 2. Then, not to mention, I mean, first person to win 2, but he did it back to back. Like, that's a very rare feat.
It is. Only 3 other people in history have done it.
Yep.
3 other people. You got Michaels in 95, 96. You got Austin 97, 98, and you got Cody Rhodes in 2023, 2024.
Soon to be 3 in a row because he'll probably win this year.
But... Oh God, please no! Please don't manifest that. No, God. Oh God, no. I hope not.
If he does, you're gonna call me and just cuss me out. I know you are.
I'm leaving the podcast, dude. I'm just quitting social media forever. Like that's on your head that I'll do that.
Number 21, we have from the 2012. It was Sheamus. This was Sheamus's coming out party. This was him being the Celtic Warrior and just killing everybody, just to go on to WrestleMania. And
see, this is high for me. Because I mean, I wouldn't put this in the top 25. I just wouldn't. And not only was it a bad Royal Rumble, I love Sheamus, right? But not only was this a bad Royal Rumble, the wrong person won. Jericho should have won this. He was coming back and he was like, "Oh, it's the end of the world," and he wouldn't say anything until he got to the Royal Rumble, and then he got eliminated last. And then Sheamus went on to beat Daniel Bryan in 18 seconds. Yeah.
Yep.
So. We had like an hours long Rumble for nothing. Like it was I don't know why this is in the top 25 personally.
I don't understand, like, that's kind of a slap in the face to Daniel Bryan at the time, because and I think that's what they did to him a lot of times, is they just didn't like Vince didn't see what everyone else saw when Daniel
Oh
Bryan
yeah,
had
yeah.
it. But I mean, he saw a great way to have a comedy gimmick with the yes, 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 no, no.
Oh, 100%. I mean, with Daniel Bryan, for me, I always really preferred his heel runs in WWE, like the whole no thing with AJ Lee. I thought that was great. And then when he had the hemp title a couple of years later in 2019, I always preferred that version of Daniel Bryan.
I
Um,
hated that's my least favorite version of Daniel Bryan. I hated that title. I thought it looked horrible.
I think that's the point, though, isn't it? Like it was one of those where it was meant to piss people off, like because he was like an environmentalist and he was just like being a dick. And I think in that way he kind of probably did his job.
He's a bitch.
Yeah, he a boot.
Number 20, we have the. I see what they're doing now. Okay, so it's not a single like Batista is number 20. Um, and they have both of his listed. I think what they're doing is if you won multiple, it doesn't. That has no bearing. It's just
Yeah. So they've put him for 2005 and 2014.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I think this entry very much evens itself out because you have totally different ends of the spectrum here. I mean, in 2005, probably the best winner, the rightful winner. Really, the epitome of the ruthless aggression era was the 2005 Rumble with him and Cena
Yeah.
in the final. That whole amazing moment. Went on to have a great WrestleMania match at 21 with Triple H. The right decision, won the World Heavyweight Championship. And then at the totally opposite end of the spectrum, came back in 2014. No one cared. No one wanted to see it. Wins the match. Was about to go into a WrestleMania match that nobody wanted to see with Randy Orton with the last minute addition of Daniel Bryan. So, like I say, this totally does even itself out. If it was just 2005 by itself, I think he would have been higher.
05 was a great Rumble.
Fantastic. One of the best. Probably in my top 5, top 10.
Number 19, we got another two-time winner. Brock Lesnar comes in at number 19 for 03 and 22.
Again, literally what I've just said about Batista is what you could pretty much say the exact same about Brock Lesnar. Totally different ends of the spectrum. The right winner in 03, great Rumble, goes on to face Kurt Angle in one of the best WrestleMania main events of all time for the WWE Championship. 2022, awful. Little fun fact for you about the 2022 Rumble. Did you know that is the least amount of time someone has been in a Royal Rumble and won the match?
Really?
He was in there for less than 3 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, he was in there for less than 3 minutes. Goes on to WrestleMania, wins a championship on the way to WrestleMania, by the way. So he wins the Rumble and then wins a title anyway against Bobby Lashley. And then faces Reigns at WrestleMania to unify the belts, which Reigns obviously wins. So, yeah, like, totally opposite ends of the spectrum. One's great, one's awful.
His first one at 2003, I believe, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, you are the Royal Rumble guru. 03 was the last time someone it was the last time it was a first time entrant that won it. Brock won it on his first time in the Rumble.
Off the top of my head, I think you're right.
I think he's the last one to do it. I think he's the last one to do it.
Yeah, because I mean, going through my, I mean, Shinsuke Nakamura maybe in 2018. I can't remember if he was in there the year before.
I think he was.
That was the one that Randy Orton won in 2017, and then Nakamura won 2018. I don't remember if he was in 2017, but that is the only example I could think of in terms of women. I mean, obviously Asuka, because that was the first ever women's Rumble.
Yeah.
But yeah, I suppose Ronda. What about Rousey in 2022? Was that the first one she was in?
It might have been. I was referring to the men's Royal Rumble. That was like
the men's. You might be right, to be honest. Like, apart from the Nakamura thing, there's nothing coming off the top of my head after 03. So I'm just gonna say that you're right for now, 100%. Yeah.
But yeah, that'll actually come up later on when we make our picks.
Okay.
And speaking of Shinsuke Nakamura, he comes in at 18.
18 won the 2018 Rumble. Brilliant.
Way to go, Sports Illustrated.
I know, right? Nakamura won one of the best modern day Royal Rumbles that we've had. Went on to have a very mediocre match with AJ Styles. And especially after what we've watched on Saturday night's main event, not just a couple of days ago, you wonder why the hell they couldn't do that at WrestleMania. Absolutely baffling to me. Yeah. I mean, probably time constraints was a factor, but my God, that match that they had at Saturday night's main event was better than their entire 2018 run combined.
Number 17. Number 17. Another two-time winner. Randall Keith Orton for 09 and 17. He comes in at number 17.
Again, you can't really argue with that. I think this is a good, decent place for Randy Orton. Again, if it was like the 09 Rumble by itself, it would be higher. But the 2017 Rumble wasn't that bad, to be fair. It was very much star-studded, and it was very top-heavy. After like the number 20 spot came out, you had all the big stars come in, like Randy, Roman, Samoa Joe was in it, maybe. But then you had Goldberg, The Undertaker, that were all in there as well. Yeah, the 2017 one was great. Came down to a final three of Bray, Randy, and Roman. Total shock. I really thought they were going to give it to Roman again. But no, I was glad that they gave it to Randy. Went on to have a lot of people that didn't like the match with Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 33. I'm kind of very indifferent about it. I don't really care about it. Like, it doesn't really stand out, if that's the word you want to say.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. Like, looking at, oh shoot, he went on. That whole rivalry kind of, it was weird.
Yeah, very weird.
And I know that that's the purpose. Like, that was like the whole point of it. It was weird.
Started off great though.
Oh yeah, and the only thing I didn't like was the was it the WrestleMania match? And again, because this is me being old and just can't, like, things get, I get things confused. Which match was it where they projected on the mat like maggots?
That was the one, yeah. WrestleMania 33, yeah.
I could have gone. I could have done without that, if I'm being completely honest. Like, it was meh.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Number 16, the guy who did it and did it the longest, if I remember right, Rey Mysterio in 06.
Yeah, the person to be in there the longest and win. Rey Mysterio, 2006. 62 minutes.
That's incredible. How that isn't in the top 10, I don't know.
And neither do I. And I'll say this, probably the reason why it isn't there is because apart from the moment and the epicness of Rey Mysterio doing it for Eddie, winning the Rumble, it was a very mid-card Rumble, and the mid-card in 2006 wasn't that great. The true story of this Royal Rumble was Rey Mysterio and Triple H going from 1 and 2 and then being in the final 3. You had some big returns in that match. You had Tatanka, the return of Tatanka. Rob Van Dam was in there, and Goldust as well. But in terms of Rey Mysterio, going on to WrestleMania 22, my personal favorite WrestleMania of all time, in a very, very good triple threat match between Randy and Kurt Angle. Really great match. Throwing Randy over the top rope, throwing Kurt over the top rope. Randy just getting an absolutely epic West Coast pop where he flips back into like kind of a spike Rana into a pinning combination for the 1-2-3. Really great match. Yeah, Rey Mysterio deserves to be a little bit higher on this list, in my opinion.
Here's a question, and I'm going to play devil's advocate here. If in your opinion, if Eddie doesn't pass away, does Rey get this Rumble?
No, I don't think he does, because I think the plan was actually to give it Eddie. I believe. I think Eddie was going to win this one.
I would have loved to have seen it. I mean, I think we all would have loved to have seen it because that would have put Eddie still here with us.
For sure, man. For sure. I don't know if you saw my video from a couple of weeks ago, by the way. Little fun fact about this Rumble. This is the only time a winner of a Royal Rumble has ever eliminated someone from the number 1 spot and the number 30 spot. Rey Mysterio both eliminated Triple H, who came out at number 1, and Randy Orton, who was the 30th entrant. It's the only time it's ever happened.
Yes, we talked about that not last week because of our issues from last week, but the week before when we first started talking the Rumble.
Never trust AI.
So, number 15, the 2004 winner, Chris Benoit.
Yeah. I mean, you can't argue with this. One of the best Rumbles of all time. At the time, one of the best deserving winners of all time. Only the second time in history someone had started from the number 1 spot, went all the way to the end. The whole thing at the end with the Big Show where he slowly pull him over the top rope. What a great ending to a Rumble that was. And then going on to WrestleMania 20, one of the best WrestleManias of all time. And I know I keep saying all time, but then competing in probably one of the best WrestleMania main events of all time in that beautiful triple threat between him, HBK, and Triple H.
God, that was, and then the scene afterwards with him and Eddie in the ring together. You know, that's, come on.
It still hits hard, man. It still, I mean, despite what happened, like as a person who I loved when I was younger, Benoit, and obviously with what happened to Guerrero, that's still hard to watch.
And again, say what you want. Like, people can have their opinions about Benoit, and like, as a human being, garbage human being, right? Like, what he did at the tail end of his life, garbage. But inside that squared circle, no one, past, present, or future, could lace Benoit's boots.
Yeah, there's very few people who could keep up in the ring with Benoit. Very few.
Number 14, the never seen 17-time world champion John Cena for his 2008 and 2013 performances. He comes in at 14.
This is a bit high for me, to be honest, because I think this falls into the same category as Brock and Batista. 2008 Rumble, phenomenal. The main event that he was in WrestleMania 24, that triple threat with Triple H and Randy, it was all right. I mean, it wasn't great. But then the 2013 Rumble where he won, I don't think he should have won, first of all. I very much think it should have been CM Punk facing The Rock at WrestleMania. And the match between him and Cena, the second time round, was just garbage. So I think this is a bit too high on the list for me.
I agree. The best part of the 2008, okay, I do enjoy the 2008 Rumble a lot. But the best part of it being in Madison Square Garden, I love that. And the short entrance is my favorite.
Yes.
I don't want my WWE wrestlers running a half a mile before they get into the ring. I don't need that.
It was like the uniqueness as well of like facing the camera. That was so cool.
Oh yeah, I love that. It's awesome.
It is.
Because all they had to do is like pan out. They didn't have to like switch which camera. They can just have hard camera, boom, facing that entryway, and it's perfect.
Yeah, you're totally right. Totally right. Yeah.
But yeah, the 08
Wonderful.
Rumble is a lot of fun. Cody Rhodes tells a story about how Undertaker was kind of guiding him through that Rumble, telling him, "Hey, punch me, do this and this and this." It's a great story.
It is very cool. Yeah, like the drop kick bit. Yeah. Like he sold for him. Yeah, apparently that was so special to Cody.
And then Roddy Piper was in that match. I mean, there was just a lot of legends, and that's the one thing. I don't mean to go on a tangent. That's the one thing I do miss about these more recent Rumbles is we don't get those surprise entrances of, oh shit. I would love to see like someone come out like, I don't know, just someone that's I mean, we could potentially see Chris Jericho return. That would be really cool. But I'm talking like get some legends, get some guys that are still in ring shape and let them come out and throw a few haymakers. I don't want to see I Show Speed. I don't want to see these idiots come out and get into a freaking car accident. You know what I mean? Because that's what I Show Speed had when he ran into the Mack truck that is Braun Breaker. Like, I don't want to see that. I don't know.
No, I get
Maybe
it. I
I'm
get
just
it.
too traditional.
I mean, no, I understand it. I mean, just an example on Raw last night. Like, there was no need to announce Obafemi for the Rumble. Like, everyone assumed he was going to be there, but just you don't have to say it. You don't have to tell me he's going to be in that Rumble because we all pretty much assume that Powerhouse Hobbs is going to be in that Rumble as well.
Oh, I hope that would be really cool. That would be really
I
cool
would
to see him.
love it. Yeah, he's always a guy in AEW who I thought belonged in WWE. He just looks like a WWE superstar, and always has.
I'm really hoping that the Saudi fans get the whole Joe Hendry thing because I want to hear a big pop for when he comes out.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, same here.
Because I don't know, I'm all in on Joe Hendry. I'm all in on a guy like LA Knight as well. But yeah. Number 13 is another two-time winner. It is Triple H, 02 and 16.
Yeah, so I know I keep like bashing the same drum. Again, really evens itself out here. The 2016 Royal Rumble is a bad Royal Rumble. I don't know how else you say it.
Dean Ambrose should have won that Rumble.
Yes, he should have. Yes, he 100% should have won that Rumble. Triple H then goes on to have one of the worst WrestleMania matches, main events at one of the worst WrestleManias. WrestleMania 32 sucks, and I don't know anyone could change my mind about that. As opposed to the 2002 Royal Rumble, which in my mind is very underrated and is just as good as the 2001 Royal Rumble. That's just my opinion. WrestleMania 18, it had the unfortunate circumstances of going on after The Rock and Hogan. That was never going to get a bigger pop than that. But the match between him and Jericho wasn't that bad, guys. Go back and watch it. It was pretty decent.
Yeah, there was always... That's why... Okay, so... A main event, to me, doesn't have to be a championship match. It doesn't have to be the championship match. When you have an icon versus icon, when you have Hogan versus Rock, that should have always gone on last.
Yeah,
always.
I don't know how you look at that match card and think that should go on second to last. That to me is crazy.
Because that's like the whole like Shawn versus Taker, the second time around should have been main event.
Oh no, you mean the first one at WrestleMania 25, and then
yes,
again Triple H had to follow it with Randy, and it was like, oh god, no, like nothing can top what's just happened. Like, why would you even try?
Yeah, they call Shawn the showstopper for a reason.
Yeah,
Call him Mr. WrestleMania for a reason.
100%.
And
100%.
then that no holds barred with Triple H and Taker, that stole that overshadowed the main event as well.
You
2
did.
years later.
It certainly did.
And I don't know. Next up, coming in. Okay, it froze up on me.
Oh, I'm just thinking that Cody Rhodes is going to be in this top 10, and it's really pissing me off.
So we just had Triple H, right?
Correct. Yep.
Number 12. The only time the Dead Man did it.
07, baby.
In 07. Great Rumble. Great Rumble.
Yes. One of the greatest Rumbles of all time. And this should be in the top 10. I don't know how it's not in the top 10, first of all. Yeah. This was like very much part one of the trilogy with him and Michaels. Obviously, at 25, 26, they had great matches. But then they had a great match at the end of this Royal Rumble for about 5-10 minutes, and it was phenomenal. Yeah, the Undertaker very much the very first person to ever win a Royal Rumble from the number 30 spot. Undertaker then goes on to have one of the best WrestleMania matches for a title, but versus Batista at WrestleMania 23. Them two just beautiful dance partners together. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this should be in the top 10, 100%.
Oh yeah, it's top 10, the top 5 all time.
Yeah. Yeah, it should. Yeah.
Number 11 is the first woman's winner, Asuka.
Valid.
I'm okay with that. At number
I'm
11.
alright with that too. Yeah. I mean, the 2018 Women's Rumble, probably still the best, maybe? It's either that one or last year's. Like, them two are fantastic. And then it was the wrong decision at WrestleMania 34 to have her lose to Charlotte, but it was still a good match. So yes. I'll let it off. I'll let it go.
And we're in the top 10. We are in the top 10.
From now on, you tell me the name of the person. I'll try and guess the year.
Well, this one will be easy.
Yep.
Becky Lynch.
2019, dude. Yes, definitely. Yeah. This belongs in the top 10. This was a great Women's Rumble, and also just an iconic first time ever women being in the main event at WrestleMania. Took us 25 years to get there, and I'm not talking about the amount of WrestleManias it's been, just of how long that match was. Yeah, it was a decent main event. It's a shame the crowd were dead for it, because they went years and years without eating or drinking because they had to sit in the same position for 20 years. But it was a good match, and yes, it deserves to be in the top 10.
Okay. Number 9. Another one should be pretty easy. Bayley at number 9.
Oh, 2024, baby. Let's go. Yeah.
And her match with EO following that at Mania was insane.
It was good. It was beautiful. And it really it was good that EO had a good ending to her title run, because prior to this, from her winning at SummerSlam up until then, her title reign had been so boring, so lackluster, literally barely anything had happened. But the story heading into WrestleMania that year with Damage Control turning on Bayley, the initial Royal Rumble match itself with Bayley in it, that bit was great. That bit was fantastic. And yeah, again, like for the past, ever since the Women's Royal Rumble has started, arguably the Women's Rumbles have been better than the men's for most of the part, like for most year consistently.
I'm 100% behind you on that. That's absolutely the truth.
Yeah, for real.
Number 8, Edge.
Oh, we got Edge 2021 and 2010.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
And both times wasn't both times he was returns, right? Like he returned. Like no one knew he was going to be there.
I think they knew that Edge was going to be in the 2021 one, but this was the first time that he'd announced for it after his main return last year at 2020. But 2010, yeah, was a big return because he'd been injured. He was Chris Jericho's tag team partner. He'd got injured. You know, shit happens. He wins the Royal Rumble, goes on to WrestleMania that year. And I only just realized this because I did a bit of research for a quiz that I was doing yesterday. He actually lost that match to Chris Jericho at that year's WrestleMania, and I completely forgot that. I thought he won. But he went into that year's WrestleMania, lost to Chris Jericho, and 2021 he went into that year's WrestleMania in that fantastic triple threat match with him, Daniel Bryan, and Roman Reigns, and lost again. So he's lost both of his he's lost both of his Royal Rumble matches at WrestleMania. I don't know if he's the only one to ever do that, because I'm just thinking off the top of my head, two people, like all the people that have won the Rumble twice. So let's just go over them. Hogan lost at WrestleMania 6, but then he won at WrestleMania 7, so it wasn't him. Next person to do it was Michaels. He lost at WrestleMania 11, but won at 12. Austin, very much the same. He won at WrestleMania 14, lost at WrestleMania 13. And then I'm just trying to think who the next one was. Triple H in 2002. He won at WrestleMania 18, lost at 32. You have got Brock Lesnar, who won. Yeah, that's correct. And then you got Batista, won. 2008, Cena. Oh, no, Cena won 2013, yeah, at that year's WrestleMania. Yeah. Edge, like I say, up to now, I think is the only one who's not done it. Randy Orton lost it. Yeah, and then he won it 2017. I think Edge is the only one to do it because Cody Rhodes won his match against Roman Reigns at the WrestleMania at 2024. Yeah,
because he lost the first one and won the second one.
Correct, yeah. I think... Oh, Charlotte as well. Charlotte has done it. Charlotte won at WrestleMania 2020. I think Edge is the only person to lose both of his WrestleMania shots.
Wow.
There's a little fact for you. You heard it here first on the podcast.
We'll have to clip that and put it up on. Yeah, that's for.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, 100%. There's an interesting little fact there for you. I'm pretty sure I'm right as well.
Right, number 7. One of my favorite starts of a Royal Rumble, Drew McIntyre's win.
This is one of the most underrated WrestleManias. Underrated Royal Rumbles of all time. I think the Royal Rumble 2020, the men's, was fantastic. I really do. I think it's very much like you either love this one or you hate it, because the pacing isn't really like any other Royal Rumble. Obviously, you had Brock Lesnar dominate the first portion of this, which I really didn't mind. I liked the story going into it. The fact that Brock was like, no one's challenging me for this WWE Championship. The payoff is worth it after Brock just dominating for about halfway through the match. But the payoff is definitely worth it with Drew McIntyre just coming in and just claymoring him over the top rope. And then him going on to win, going on to WrestleMania in a dominant performance. Drew McIntyre definitely belongs in the top 10 here.
Yeah, I loved it. Like, Brock yeeted someone horribly. Like, I can't remember the spot, but I remember him, like, straight up just ragdolling someone and, like, throwing them out of
the one person who I can think of that you're talking about is John Morrison, because he straight up belly to bellied him over the top rope.
Yes.
Which was crazy.
At that point, I'm watching this. I'm like, yeah, Brock ain't losing this.
Yeah,
no chance.
Yeah, 100%.
Then Drew did what he does. I think. Okay, again, not to be getting off on this horrible another side tangent, but Drew's COVID run as champion is probably the most underappreciated championship run ever.
I agree. Because he had some great matches with Randy Orton around that time as well. Like I say, the initial win against Brock Lesnar was fantastic. Yeah, it was nice. He was good as WWE champion. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that he's able to do it in front of some people now, in front of a crowd. But yes, the 2020 run wasn't half bad because he was also able to have a great match at Survivor Series that year with Roman Reigns as Universal Champion, if you remember.
Yeah, that was a hell of a match.
And it was.
We got Captain Bird Eyes 4 says, "Wow, dude on the right is entering the Matrix." That's you.
Entering the Matrix? Wait, what? Wait, why am I? I don't. Is it because of all the numbers?
The green screen. I think the green tint on the screen.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, for the record, the reason why the reason why it's so green is because when I turned it on white before, it was like I was entering heaven. I don't know about the Matrix. So I'd rather enter the Matrix than heaven.
Number 6, we're getting close to the top 5. Number 6, Rhea Bloody Ripley.
Yeah, that's valid. That is a valid pick right there. Rhea Ripley had a great match at WrestleMania with Charlotte, and the 2023 winner, I believe the year was, that was a great Royal Rumble match as well. Don't really know what else to say about that because like she had that dominant run in the Rumble, dominant win at WrestleMania, and then that championship reign was fantastic as well.
And she won from number 1 in that Rumble. She entered 1.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, forgot about that. Yes, the first woman to ever do it. I think the only woman to do it.
Yep, because mommy does what mommy wants.
Mommy does what mommy wants. Correct.
I mean, number 5.
Number 5.
The EST Bianca Belair.
Now this was 2021 as well. Again, another great women's rumble. I believe this is the one where Shayna Baszler was quite dominant as well, doing very well in this match. But Bianca going on to WrestleMania, having that really, really cool match with Sasha Banks, which I know meant a lot both to them. Bianca Belair definitely was the right decision to win both the Rumble and the Championship that year. I'm very excited for Bianca Belair to come back at some point. I am missing her so much.
Was this the? There was a match. There was a women's Royal Rumble match that one of the girls got busted open hard way.
Yes, it was. I think it was. Yeah.
Was it this one?
I think it might have been.
And honestly, I want to say it was either Nat. I think Natty got either Natty or the Glamazon herself got busted open hard way.
I think that also happened to the Glamazon in the 2018 Rumble as well.
Yeah, it was one of those. It was one of those first earlier women's Rumbles that the Glamazon got busted open hard way, and I was like,
yeah.
What's going on? Like, so they're covered with blood. Like
they got. I'm entering heaven again. By the way, now is that better?
Well, it doesn't bother me. It's our viewers that are making those comments.
I love it. Like, I mean, I had red on before. Either Kane was behind me, or I was about to go down.
Rest in peace.
Correct. Yeah.
So number 4. Oh my gosh. Number 4, Ric Flair.
Woo! 992.
I love the fact that he's at least in the top 5, but I would have put him 1 or 2. But
yeah, arguably the greatest Royal Rumble of all time, and arguably one of the best world title matches at a WrestleMania versus Macho Man Randy Savage. So I'm surprised this is just number 4.
Cheer him on!
This is the greatest moment in my life. Yeah, fantastic.
I knew he was going to do that.
That's my the best president since Noriega.
I love it. Like you're talking about
How
Jack
long's he
Tunney.
been in there now, Monsoon? How long's he been in there, Monsoon? 58 minutes for the Nature Bar. That's enough. He's deserved it. Give him the title already. He deserves it.
Oh God. Gotta
This
love
isn't
Bobby.
fair to Flair.
Number 3.
Okay.
The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
95, 96. I mean, okay. I mean, he made history by starting at number 1 in the 1995 Rumble. With that being said, the 1995 Rumble is god awful. It's rubbish. It's terrible,
Yeah.
and I don't care what anyone says. It's also the shortest Royal Rumble, I believe, in history, lasting just over half an hour. The only great thing about that match was the fact that him and the Bulldog started off at number 1 and number 2 and just fought each other all the way through. As a fellow Brit, it should have been the British Bulldog that won that match, but I won't hold a grudge. And if that wasn't bad enough, then he went on to WrestleMania 11 to face Diesel, and that match sucked. So I don't know how he's made it into the top 3. 1996, different story. Very underrated Rumble for me. I really enjoyed the 1996 Royal Rumble. I believe, by the way, aside from the greatest Royal Rumble and the 40-man Royal Rumble in 2011, this is the heaviest Royal Rumble in history.
Yeah, because it had Mabel in it, right? It had Mabel.
It had Mabel, Yokozuna, Vader, Diesel, them 2 massive fat twins who pretended to come back in and be the other. They had them, and just a couple of other like 300-pounders like Mankind and that. Like, yeah, it was one of the if not the most heaviest Royal Rumble in history. And then, to be fair, Michaels then went on to WrestleMania 12.
That Iron Man match at 12 was freaking insane.
I really enjoy that match. Again, whoever you speak to, they've got a different opinion on that match. Either they love it or they hate it.
It's an instant classic. It's an instant classic.
Yeah, for real.
So that was number 3.
Yeah, I think Flair should have been there instead, in my opinion, but it is what it is.
Well, number 2 should have been Ric Flair, and not Cody Rhodes. They have Cody Rhodes at 2.
Oh my God! Why? Why?
He has to finish his story.
Oh my God! Right. First of all, the 2023 and the 2024 Men's Royal Rumbles, they're okay. They're not bad. They're decent. They're not amazing. I could probably name 4 other Royal Rumbles in the past 10 years that have been better. In terms of the first Mania that Cody Rhodes faced Roman Reigns at, again, it was an alright match. My boy Solo Sikoa coming through for the Bloodline, helping Reigns retain the title. I'm down for that. However, the 2024 Royal Rumble was slightly better. Finishing the story, the main event, fantastic. There's no denying that. There's no taking it away from that story. There's no taking that away, that moment from Cody Rhodes. But that is not the second greatest Royal Rumble winner of all time. I'm sorry. No. Absolutely not. And to be honest with you, Shawn Michaels should be there, Ric Flair should be there, Cena should be there, Undertaker should be there. Like, there's so many people that should. I would even put Drew McIntyre above Cody Rhodes.
I mean, yeah, and I don't mind Cody. That's the thing. Like, I'm not a Cody hater, but I'm not going to sit here and say that he should be the number 2 all time on the list.
Hell no. Hell no.
Especially when the number 1 spot is the baddest son of a bitch on the face of the planet, Stone Cold. What?
It had to be, right?
What?
I won a Rumble. What? Then I won another Rumble. What? Then I won another Rumble.
What?
Yeah, it's got to be Austin. 97, 98, and 2001. The greatest Royal Rumble competitor of all time.
The only person to win 3
the only person to win 3. And every single Royal Rumble that he was in was fantastic. The 97 Rumble, I thought was really, really cool. That was the one where he was like sitting on the apron, like waiting for people to come in and then just throwing him over. He then went on to obviously lose his spot because he cheated at the end, but then he still had a great match at WrestleMania against Bret Hart at 13. Royal Rumble 1998, one of the most iconic Royal Rumbles of all time. The 3 faces of Foley, Mike Tyson watching Austin win, at last eliminating The Rock, going on to WrestleMania 14 to kick off the Attitude Era officially. And then what the hell do you say about the 2001 Royal Rumble? Arguably the first or the second greatest Royal Rumble of all time. Him winning that, going on to WrestleMania 17, arguably probably the greatest WrestleMania of all time, and winning in the main event, turning heel, siding with Mr. McMahon, and changing the face of wrestling forever.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know I went on for a little bit there. I apologize. I probably stole all
you're fine. Like, you said everything that should have been said about Stone Cold.
Yeah, that 100% had to be number 1. If it wasn't, then it would have been ridiculous, to be honest.
I was scared. I was honestly scared that since they put Cody at 2, that I was going to scroll and at 1 had been Jey Uso. I was a little bit scared. I was a little bit scared.
Jesus Christ, can you imagine? My God, that's monstrous to think about. Hell no. God.
I mean, that's where they were headed. That's where they were headed.
Yeah. No, you're totally right.
So, where we're headed now is the Riyadh, South Central Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. For the Rumble on Saturday. We have 2 Rumbles, obviously. We're not going to go down the whole match card because we are talking specifically Royal Rumble matches here. Let's start with the women's match. Let's hear who you think they're going to have and who you want to see win.
So, ever since the announcement last night on Raw, I don't know if that's going to happen anymore, who I wanted to win, but I really wanted Raquel Rodriguez to win it. And now that she's getting a match on Raw for a street fight for the women's title, I think she's probably going to win the title there. So, with that being said, I would love for someone like a Liv Morgan to win. Simply because she's been a runner-up twice. And I think a little bit of dissension in the Judgment Day would just be interesting. So if either her or Roxanne won the Rumble, that'd be really cool to see, like the final dissension of the Judgment Day on the women's side, because you got Finn Balor, obviously, causing a bit of controversy in the Judgment Day. I want to see a bit of that on the women, but I'm interested to see what you think.
For the women, I think they're going to go with what you just said. I think they're going to go with a Roxanne or Liv, but back that up. That's actually we're in agreement with who we think they should do it with. I have just a strong feeling we haven't seen Bianca Belair in ring action since last Mania.
Yes.
How poetic would it be for WWE to have her win and go on to WrestleMania to take on Jade Cargill? We get what we want.
I wouldn't hate that.
I think that's the direction that they're going to go. I really do. Like, I think that's kind of the slam dunk, right? Like, that's the easy thing to do.
I mean, it's a match. It's a match for the main event, right? For the stars, like Bianca and Jade.
Whether or not Bianca's healthy enough to return, because I understand her hand's still really jacked up. But hopefully she does it, because I just have that feeling that that's what's going to happen.
I mean, again, I wouldn't hate it if she won, honestly. If my pick doesn't go as I wanted it to, and if Bianca wins, then I'm honestly not going to hate on that. I really don't. I think that's really cool. Yeah, I'd love to see her versus Jade. I think that's what they've been building up for the past 2 years anyway, with them being a tag team. So I could see it happening.
Let's move on to the men's rumble. Who do you think they're gonna? We'll start with who do you think they're gonna have win it? Like, who is WWE's guy this year that they're gonna push? I have two that I have a feeling that's what they're gonna do.
I honestly, now that he's confirmed for the Rumble, that is my pick. Originally, before we got into this whole feud with Cody, I wanted Jacob Fatu to win it, and I still would love it if he did. However, I think they should just pull the trigger and give it to Obafemi. I really do. I just think
that's who I want to see win. I want to see Obo win for a couple reasons. The dude's an absolute monster.
Mm-hmm.
Like the guy is built for the WWE. He's built to be a main eventer. He has the aura of him, like just an absolute bad mother effer, and he would become the fifth person all time to win on his first appearance in the Rumble. That's why I talked about that earlier with Brock Lesnar. I think that is a perfect way to create a stigma around Oba. I think that would be the perfect way to do it.
Dude, I mean, I think we've spoke about this as well, and I don't think there's any other place for Obafemi except for the main event. He just looks like a main eventer. He looks, walks, talks, acts like a main eventer. If he was to come into the WWE and just go for a mid-card title, then hell no. He needs to be in the main event. This is a man who has had less than, I believe, 110, 120 matches in his entire career. And he has absolutely excelled in NXT in every format, and he's done so well, and he deserves it. He really does. And it's been a while since we've pushed someone straight to the moon straight away. And with Obafemi, it could be so interesting, just because I really do feel like it's a lot of weight to carry. But if anyone can, it's the ruler.
Now, that being said, I think there's two people that I can see Triple H going, well, Oba's great, but let's push LA Knight. I can see them rolling with LA. I really see that. And then the other option that I really have a gut feeling, and you're gonna hate this all the way to the bank, and you're gonna cuss out Triple H the second you see him win for the third time, Cody Rhodes. Those are the two. No, I'm not saying that's who I want, Rhys. I'm saying that's the direction that the WWE has headed and will continue to head. I just think, and after the fact, after Cody wins, I think there's going to be, you could also see it could be Cody against Sami Zayn. Think about that. Cody and Sami Zayn, the main event of WrestleMania.
Oh, God, I don't want to think about that. That sounds awful.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I see Cody turning heel. I really do. I think because the one thing from Saturday night's main event that a lot of people might have missed is his helmet that he wore. His skull helmet that he wore was painted black.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I see where you're going with that. I mean, I think a heel Cody would be interesting, to be honest. I wouldn't be adverse to seeing that. And I do think in the future, in the very near future, because he's acting very heelish, like bringing up the whole Jake Fatu, you were in prison. I think they could work it into the storyline of like maybe that's the reason why Cody attacked him, because he didn't want someone like Jacob running the company or like being at the top of the company or representing WWE. And I think, do you know what? Like, I would really love Jacob and Cody just to eliminate each other from the Rumble, like just fight each other out of the Rumble. Just let them have a bit of a feud for a little bit, because I mean, I actually quite like their chemistry together. I won't lie to you. As much as I don't like Cody, I think them two blend together quite well.
And of course, like I said, I think LA Knight they want him to be a champion at some point, and this might be the chance. It could be LA, and as weird as it would be, LA Knight and CM Punk at the main eventing WrestleMania isn't that far off.
I would quite like to see it.
I think
I would quite like to see that.
the promo work would be freaking awesome. I think we'd have pipe bomb after pipe bomb. I would be okay with it.
Here's the thing, by the way. And I'm surprised that none of us have said Sami Zayn, first of all. Because that felt like it was very much going to be the case until he got that championship match against Drew. But there was a lot of speculation that he was going to lose that match and then go into the Rumble and then win the Rumble, which I would have absolutely abhorred and hated. I think, I'd like, stop trying to push me as a Sami Zayn underdog guy. No, hell no. But Adam Pearce said something very interesting to Balor on Raw this week, which was the Rumble was full. So is that them saying that, going like, yeah, Sammy's not being in the Rumble, guys, just to let you know.
Well, I mean, let's hope.
Let's hope and pray to the Rumble gods.
So, that kind of wraps it up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, a couple of the people that Mad Dog 306 or 3076, Aaron X or double X underscore edits, Elijah Godson dash Y or W6Y, and Captain Birdseye 4. Thank you for joining, and whoever else joined and has watched and will continue to watch these replays. 3 people on Facebook gave us likes. That's great. So. And again, thank you for taking the time, taking an hour out of your day to talk, shoot the shit with me.
Oh hell yeah, man!
This is
I enjoy it every single time we do it. And just before we finish, seeing as though this is the Royal Rumble podcast, I want to try something. And if it works, then you can clip it. So I can usually do this in a minute, okay? In less than a minute. And that is name every single Royal Rumble winner.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to try. So we're going to start from 1989. So what I have to do, I have to say every single year and name every single winner, yeah?
Okay.
So I'm going to try. I'm going to go. Right, so 1989, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. 1989, Big John Studd. 1990, 1991, Hulk Hogan. 92, Ric Flair. 1993, Yokozuna. 1994, Lex Luger, Bret Hart. 1995, 1996, Shawn Michaels. 1997, 1998, Stone Cold Steve Austin. 1999, Vince McMahon. 2000, The Rock. 2001, Steve Austin. 2002, Triple H. 2003, Brock Lesnar. 2004, Chris Benoit. 2005, Batista. 2006, Rey Mysterio. 2007, Undertaker. 2008, John Cena. 2009, Randy Orton. 2010, Edge. 2011, Alberto Del Rio. 2012, Sheamus. 2013, John Cena. 2014, Batista. 2015, Roman Reigns. 2016, Triple H. 2017, Randy Orton. 2018, Asuka and Shinsuke Nakamura. 2019, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch. 2020, Drew McIntyre, Charlotte Flair. 2021, Edge and Bianca Belair. 2022, Brock Lesnar, Ronda Rousey. 2023, Rhea Ripley, Cody. 2024, Cody Rhodes and Bayley. 2025, Charlotte and Jey Uso.
Wow.
Bit of a party trick there for you.
We will clip that as well and throw it up on TikTok.
Hell yeah.
So going forward, next week, I'll post something. I'll post something on social medias about our list next week, because I do have to end this pretty quickly. But also next week on Friday, this is the debut episode of Breaking the Huddle, The List. It is similar to this show, but it is about professional sports. It's about the NBA, the NFL, the NHL, MLB, American. Well, I don't know anything about European football, so we won't be talking about that, unfortunately. But we will be talking about like Olympic sports and just like sports in general, and giving our like like we do here, we do lists, and it's going to be something in that atmosphere, that kind of genre. This coming week, for the first episode, we will be giving our personal top 10 of Super Bowl, since we've got the Super Bowl next weekend. So it is the top 10 Super Bowl moments that are of mine, or top 10 Super Bowls, in my opinion. Scott will be on, he's my other co-host. He will be giving his top 10, and Rico will be joining us and giving us his top 10. So, and honestly, guys, if you don't like our list, fire us, you fucking mark.
Hello
That was
there.
pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, that was fun, man. That was good. It's great.
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 So next week, do we start our road to WrestleMania?
Yeah, I believe we do. I mean, the Elimination Chamber's not that far away either, though, to be fair, so we could talk about that.
Yeah, we could do our rundown. I mean, we could. Yeah.
Or we could talk about the Rumble, see what happened there.
Yeah, we could give our reactions about the Rumble because it would still be slightly fresh.
Yeah, it will be. I mean, very fresh, only like 3 days ago.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just plan on our Royal Rumble review for that one.
Hell yeah, I'm down for that.
Even though we're not necessarily the review types.
Oh, don't worry, dude. I used to do it all the time without casted, so I can get myself back into that motion. Don't you worry.
Oh shit, we're still live.
Oh,